Okay, sorry about that. Okay, now I'm going to attach this piece of paper to my small flap. And just eyeballing it for the center. Make sure there's an even space around the edges where you can see the paper bag. And just press it down. So then we have our other small flap here. And then we have another sheet that is 6 5/8 by 5 1/4. And 5 1/4. So then I'm just going to adhere this down to the bigger side to make sure it's going to fit properly before I stick it down. That's something I learned. Always, after you cut your paper, stick it on your flap, whichever flap you're doing, to make sure that it fits properly. And that one seems to be just fine. So all 4 sides. And down the middle. Then we're going to make sure paper is in the right direction. Kind of eyeball the center. Make sure it's evenly spaced. And then just press it down. Right there in the middle. And then we have that. Then we're going to do this back side. And that is measured at 6 1/4. By 5 1/4. Oh, the glitter came off on my trimmer. Then we're gonna make sure this lines up. And that one looks good, so we're gonna adhere that down. And down the middle. So we're going to line this one up again on the back side. Press that down. Make sure it's nice and flat. Then we have the back side. Then we're going to do our last set for the front, well, for the left side of the album. So 3 3/8. By 5 1/4. That will go here. And that lines up just fine. I'm going to go ahead and cut this one at 6 5/8. 1 1/4. And line that one up and make sure it fits. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to adhere these two down. There's our flap. I keep calling it a flap. It's actually going to make a pocket, so I should call it a pocket, I guess. Okay, so there's that piece there. And I'll adhere this. And right down the middle. So I'll go on this side. Make sure my hearts are going in the right direction here. Let me just press that down. Make sure it's nice and stuck. And then we have that. That is going to be the end of the first set of bags. So it'll open like this. This will be our first pocket here. And then our larger page. And then when you turn this, this one's going to be attached to this page and that'll be a pocket. And then we have a large page. And then we turn it again. And then this is going to form another pocket. So this will be our third pocket on the first set of bags. So then you're going to do the same exact thing to the second set of bags. Only the way that we measured them, your measurements are going to kind of be opposite because your pockets are going to be on the right hand side. So I'm not going to cover those. You guys can cover those as you go. I'll do mine off camera. But this, I'm going to show you how to put these bags together. So we're going to take our top bag and we're going to take our score tape and then right along the bottom of this piece of paper here, you're going to run your score tape. Mine is 1/4 inch. So I'm going to take it one side and I want it right underneath that paper, right up against it. And you go all the way up. And then you can either tear it or cut it, whatever's easiest for you. So then you have your score tape right there. And should be about 1/4, a little over 1/8 of an inch for room expansion, which seems to be working out fine for mine. So if you want more room, just move your score tape over and you can overlap your paper if you want. So I'm going to do that to all 3 of the bags here. And just run that all the way up. I'm just going to tear it off. And this last bag I'm not going to do that with because we need to adhere this to the bottom of the other bag. So I'm going to show you on the flaps how to put, you're going to put score tape on 3 sides to form your pocket. So we're going to come up about 1/4 of an inch from the edge, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, and that gives us space right here. And I guess, you know, we really didn't need to put this strip on here since we have the strip on here, but that's okay, we'll just go with this one. Only when you're filming, you don't think straight. So we're going to do the sides here. So there's one side. My nose keeps running today. And here's the second side. Just tear that off. So then we have score tape down both sides. Now if you want this to be a pocket, which is pretty much the whole point of the album, don't put a strip across the top. So that way when these attach, you'll have a pocket. So let's do this side. We're only going to do the two sides since we did the strip on this side. So we'll do this one right. But make sure when you put your tape, you have it up about, this one about 1/4 inch from the edge. That way your sticky from the other side can stick to the bag. If that makes sense. I know what I'm doing, but you might not know what I'm doing. So then we have our score tape on both sides. So when we put this one together, it'll form our pocket here. Now, the front flap or pocket, our first flap here, we need to do all 3 sides. This is going to attach to our cover, so we want to do all 3 sides. And this one, I do a little closer, almost to the edge. Since it's going to be attached to the cover, I want it to stay nice and strong there. And if you don't want this to be a pocket, just go ahead and put a few more strips or go all the way around. Whatever you choose you want to do with it. I'm going to make mine into a pocket. So I'm just going to do 3 sides. And then you're going to repeat the same thing to do the other half of the bag. So there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and assemble these pieces. So we're going to peel off, and if there's a little bit, just kind of fold it over onto itself and it'll stick. There's a little bit hanging out. We're going to tear all the score, or the top liner off of the score tape. And we're going to tear it off this one too. This one's going to be really sticky. And you're going to line up the edges of your bags together to form your pocket. So I just line it up as even as I can. And then I kind of press down with my thumbs here. And then I make sure that's going to line up, and then just push down really well on each side. And then we have a pocket. So now we're going to do this one, and we're going to attach it to the front cover. So we're going to tear off this, fold over any extra, tear that one off, fold that over a little bit, and then we'll peel it off this side. There's a little hanging over right there. And then we'll line this one up with this one. That looks pretty good. So we'll press that down and then flip this open. And this lines up really nicely. So then push that down to form your pocket. And then we have our first set of bags. This is going to be the first 3 bags. So then we have our front flap for our pocket. We have our larger panel. Then we have this panel with a pocket here. Then we have a larger panel on this side. Then when you flip it open, you have another panel with a pocket. And then you have your larger panel. So then when you do this other set of bags, you're going to do them the opposite direction. So that way when this bag is covered with paper, you will attach this one to this one. And then all of your pockets, I'm trying to do this, coming apart. All of your pockets, I'm sorry, I keep dropping stuff, will be on the right side instead of the left side. So I'm going to go ahead and finish doing my papers, and the next video I will show you how to put both the sets together. So I will see you in the next video.